A tragic ending, the Elliott family. It was a stormy morning in Pocahontas, Arkansas on July 30, 1998. The police was called at 1:15 a.m. The caller said they heard loud screaming from their neighbors, Elliott family. The Elliott's family living in the father's trailer home at the time. The police arrived, but extreme winds and rain of storm, police could not enter the trailer home. The next morning a relative arrived to the Elliott's trailer, but they couldn't get in the blocked door. Eventually one of the relatives kicked in the blocked door to find her stepdaughter named Lisa Elliott, a 27-year mother and wife. Lisa was dead on the front porch. The police was called again to the Elliott's home. The police arrived. Lisa took 27 blunt objects using an iron or fire tool to her head. Lisa's throat was slit 3-inch deep with a windpipe. Her carotid artery and jugular vein cut, which she drowned in her own blood, ran through her lungs. The police went into the trailer home. They found a 6-year-old child named Gregory Elliott dead. Gregory had 9 blunt blows to the face, head, and chest with a broken jaw and many knife wounds. The police found 1,000 marijuana plants in the Elliott's. But something was wrong. Where is Lisa's husband and daughter? They searched around looking for 8-year-old Felicia Elliott and her father Carl Elliott, age 30. On August 2, 1998, at the 11-Point River, Carl Elliott's body was floating in the water. The police pulled his body out of the river. Carl had 2 gunshot wounds in the head. The gun was a .22 caliber. He had 1 shot behind his ear and the second shot was under the left eye from a distance. Who murdered the Elliott's family and kidnapped 8-year-old Felicia? Why was the Elliott's family murders? Rumors began. The police heard about Lisa Elliott's being afraid of a Green family. And Lisa borrowed $10,000 from the Greens family to pay off bad debt. But owed the Greens. But the case went cold. On September 8, 2000, in a creek bed in Warm Spring, Arkansas, a hunter discovered a barrel with human remains. The investigators tested the remains and the remains were 8-year-old Felicia. The barrel was a quarter mile from the Greens' home. It seems Felicia kept inside a barrel for 2 years and thrown in a creek with a slit throat. The Green family, Billy Green, Chad Green, and Jason Edward Green, had troubles with the law. Carl Green was a known child molester. 5 years of date of Elliott's family death. The police arrested Billy Green and Chad Green in July of 2003. Billy Jean 4-count of capital murder. Chad Green 4-count of capital murder and 1 count of kidnapping. The police arrested Jason Green for 2 counts of hindering apprehension or prosecution. At trial, prosecutors stated the Elliott family stole 1,000 plants from the Green family. The Elliott family couldn't pay back the Green family. The jury sentenced Billy Green 4 consecutive life terms in 20 years. Chad Green was sentenced to life term. Jason was sentenced of 2 counts of hindering apprehension. One day at the Arkansas Department Correction, a couple inmates were in a conversation about liking very young girls. Chad Green overheard their conversation. He joined in. One of the inmates sentenced to life term mentioned it to a lawyer. The inmate said Chad Green lured Carl Elliott to the 11-Point River near his home during a storm. He said he shot Carl over a bad deal. He went to the Elliott's house. He killed Gregory, hitting him in the head, and stabbed the mother on the porch and kidnapped the Felicia. Chad mentioned so much of having sexual intercourse with young kids. Chad said his brother Jason and him raped Felicia. He kept Felicia in a barrel secured lid with thick elastic. Continuously they raped her for 2 days. Until his father told him the party is over. They killed her and dumped barrel behind their father's house. They also mentioned they threw Carl Elliott in the river. Eventually they left the barrel in a dry creek bed in Warm Spring, Arkansas. Billy Green filed for another trial. It was granted. He lost the trial because of the witnesses who testified against the Greens. They are located in at Arkansas Department of Correction.